people of Baha, soar upon the wings of detachment into the atmosphere of the love of your Lord, the all-merciful, the all-merciful. Arise then to render him victorious. Arise then to render him victorious. Arise, arise, arise then to render him victorious.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Gather all people beneath the shadow of thy bounty, and cause them to unite in harmony, so that they may become as the rays of one sun, as the waves of one ocean, and as the fruit of one tree. Gather all people beneath the shadow of thy bounty, and cause them to unite in harmony, so that they may become as the waves of one sun, as the rays of one ocean, and as the fruit of one tree.
It is related that one day they came upon Majnun sifting the dust, and his tears falling down. They said, "What doest thou?" He said, "I seek for Layli." They cried, "Alas for thee! Layli is of pure spirit, and thou seekest her in the dust." He said, "I seek her everywhere. Happily, somewhere, I shall find her. This is love."
Our existence itself is an expression of God's love. I love thy creation, hence I created thee. God's love is hidden within us, and in the clay of which we are made. God's love is our stronghold and our heavenly hope.
Love is the reason for which we walk in God's way. Love is one of the valleys the soul travels in its journey towards God.
Love is the light that guideth in darkness, the living link that uniteth God with man, that assureth the progress of every illumined soul. Love is the most great law that ruleth this mighty and heavenly cycle, the unique power that blendeth together the diverse elements of this material world, the supreme magnet force that directeth movements of spheres and celestial realms.
Love revealeth with unfailing and limitless power the mysteries latent in the universe.
God is the spirit of life unto the adorned body of mankind, the establisher of true civilization in this mortal world, and the shedder of imperishable glory upon every high-aiming race and nation.
Deal ye one with another, with the utmost love and harmony, with friendliness and fellowship. This goal excels every other goal, and this aspiration is the motto of all aspirations. By the righteousness of the Lord, ye were created to show love one to another, and not perversity and rancor.
Take pride not in love for yourselves, but in love for your fellow creatures. Glory not in love for your country, but in love for all mankind.
O son of being, love me that I may love thee. If thou lovest me not, my love can in no wise reach thee. Know this, O servant.
از تو حذر نمی کنم گرچه ز من حذر کنی جان بره تو می دهم گر تو به من نظر کنی گر تو به من نظر کنی از تو حذر نمی کنم از نفس تو می شوم هم نفس ستاره ها از نفس تو می شوم هم نفس ستاره ها هم نفس ستاره ها هم نفس ستاره ها خیمه به ما می زنم گر بر شبم گذر کنی از تو حذر نمی کنم شهره شهر می شوم از شهر شهر عاشقی شهره شهر می شوم از شهر شهر عاشقی از شهر شهر عاشقی از شهر شهر عاشقی باغ شکوفه می شوم میل بهار اگر کنی از تو حذر نمی کنم تیغ برگ برای تو بهر فدا نشستم تیغ برگ برای تو بهر فدا نشستم بهر فدا نشستم بهر فدا نشستم چشمم نمی زنم به هم تا تو مرا خبر کنی از تو حذر نمی کنم گرچه ز من حذر کنی جان بره تو می دهم گر تو به من نظر کنی گر بر شبم گذر کنی میل بهار اگر کنی اوه لا 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 تا تو مرا خبر کنی.
Hi, I'm Catherine Key from Washington, D.C.
Hello, and I'm Tolani from the Kingdom of Eswatini. We are so excited for the new day, and we are going to give you a music which is commonly sung in Southern Africa. It's a hidden word by Baha'u'llah. We hope you enjoy listening. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody, my name is Masood Olafani. I am a multidisciplinary artist based in Atlanta, Georgia, and I am also a Baha'i. So excited to be able to speak with you guys today to share a little bit of my love, my passion, my commitment, my dedication to the teachings of Baha'u'llah and to Baha'u'llah himself. Of course, we're all gathered today together around the world in communities, in our homes, via Zoom. To celebrate this really remarkable divine being whose teachings have had such a profound impact on my own life and indeed the lives of millions around the world, and will continue to have a lasting influence on the development and the destiny of humanity as a whole. Baha'u'llah's revelation, as all of you know, is predicated on the idea of the oneness of mankind, the elimination of all forms of prejudice, the equality of women and men. I could go on. But that core principle of the oneness of mankind forms the foundational principle upon which all the others rest. And this, of course, is a really, really encouraging moment to reflect on that principle as America is grappling with the continued legacy of systemic injustice and racism. Of course, we've all been moved and touched, probably angered and saddened by recent events that have unfolded across the country. In regards to the brutal killings of black and brown men and women in the street for no justifiable reason. And we all lament and are saddened by that. I myself have been visited many times by a deep sense of sadness and despair. But then I turn my attention to the reviving teachings of Baha'u'llah, and my spirit is eventually lifted. And I'm encouraged to continue to make some small contribution in whatever way that I can to the eradication of racism here in America, and indeed anywhere that I find it. So I'm just so excited to have found the teachings of Baha'u'llah over 20 years ago now. and how they've had such a profound impact on my life. How my circle of friendships have grown to include people from all over the world, and how it has given me a notion of oneness that is based on diversity, not on sameness, which is a really profound idea, which seems quite obvious and logical, but far too often we think of, our society can think of this idea of a unity that is predicated on sameness. But our diversity is our strength. It is an expression of God's creative hand, and fortunately, the Baha'i faith celebrates that diversity and that creative expression of God through the diversity of culture, also of color and hue, and male and female, and all the really beautiful and profound ways that God chooses to express himself creatively. So I'm so inspired by my ongoing walk as a Baha'i, and the more that I learn about the faith, the more that I deepen on the writings, the more that I struggle with tests and difficulties, the more that I fall down and then get up and try again the next day, the more that I feel like I am walking towards that ultimate destiny of our shared oneness and our unity as a human family. And so Baha'u'llah's revelation stands in stark contrast to the legacy of bigotry and injustice. Baha'is all over the world are struggling to implement these teachings, to make more real in our community expression, in our interpersonal relationships, this idea of justice and equality. And it is the teachings of Baha'u'llah that keep us bound and knit together with that goal, that ultimate goal in front of us, with the assurance and the courage and the certainty that ultimately we will create that beloved community that has room for everybody at the table. And that's why we're all working towards, working towards that goal. That's why we're all invested in working towards eradication of racism, not turning a blind eye to the injustices that we see, but finding creative ways, constructive ways to implement measures and practices that will help to further this idea of our oneness and our shared humanity. I've been so encouraged recently. I've been fortunate enough to participate in some dialogues with the youth and have learned a lot about the creative ways that they are responding to make their small contribution, however small and insignificant it is, however grand it is, but to work to really strive to break down these expressions of bigotry and injustice with love as the generating engine behind that work. Not hate, not division, but the transformative, the transcendent, the divine power of love as a motivating force. But of course, in the community, we've been getting all of this guidance from the Universal House of Justice, particularly the June 22nd letter, which focuses so much on the prevalence of the issue of race and racism here in America, and also this really just beautiful and loving prescriptive measure that we can take in order to help to build a new civilization that is rooted in justice and equality. And again, that's based on that transformative, that transcendent power of divine love, proceeding from the divine messengers from Baha'u'llah to humanity, and then using that engine, that force, to transform hearts, to transform ourselves, and indeed to transform our society. So I'm excited today, guys. I'm so stoked, man, about being able to be with you all just for a few moments to tell you why I'm excited, why I love Baha'u'llah, why I am so encouraged by the work that we continue to do, by the inspiration of the youth, to just continue, man, to encourage ourselves, to encourage one another, and to commit on a day-to-day basis to do what we can to sow seeds of love and understanding and empathy, build community, break down divisions, tear down walls, and erect a new society that reflects this core principle of the Baha'i faith, the oneness of mankind, our interdependence, and also this notion of unity in diversity. Thanks a lot, guys. Happy Holy Day, man. Much love. Aloha. Take care. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Lift every voice and sing, earth, heaven, ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies resound the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. March on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn has died. Yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughter, out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, Thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, Thou who hast by Thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met Thee. Lest our hearts, drunk of the wine of the world, we forget Thee. Shadow beneath Thy hand, may we forever stand. True to our God, true to our God, true to our God, true to our native land, true to our native land.
مبدأ و منتهای من، بهای من، بهای من، دل بر دل ربای من، بهای من، بهای من. قبله و کعبه‌ام تویی، نور دو دیدم تویی، بهشت من، خدای من، بهای من، بهای من. مایه آرزو تویی، حاصل جستجو تویی، درد منو دوای من، بهای من، بهای من. ای همه هستیم ز تو، باده پرستیم ز تو، هم ز تو شد بقای من، بهای من، بهای من. سایه فکن به سر مرا، روح بدم به تن مرا، گوهر پر بهای من، بهای من، بهای من. شاهد انجمن تویی، جلوه هم سخن تویی، در همه جا ندای من، بهای من، بهای.
Allah of our friends, it's an honor for us to be here tonight for the celebration of Baha'u'llah's birthday. I hope you guys enjoy this music. Thank you. Wah 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 wah
Nunca, pero nunca me abandones,
quererte, por amarte, por desearte. Ay, cariño, ay, mi vida, nunca, pero nunca me abandones, cariñito. Nunca, pero nunca me abandones, cariñito. Por quererte, por amarte, por desearte. Lloro por quererte, por amarte, por desearte. Ay, cariño, ay, mi vida, nunca, pero nunca me abandones, cariñito. Nunca, pero nunca me abandones, cariñito. Nunca, pero nunca me abandones, cariñito.